Okay, are you tired of creating content that just goes nowhere? You're putting in the hours, you're posting all the time, but the results? They're just not showing up. Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down something called the success pyramid. It's a super simple but really powerful framework for turning all that effort into real, actual conversions. So let's just get right into it. You're doing the work, but you're not seeing the leads or the sales that you want. So what's really going on here? What's the real problem? You know, it's so easy to blame all the things we can't control. We tell ourselves stories, right? Oh, the algorithm changed again. My niche is just way too crowded. I don't have a good enough camera. These are the excuses that make success feel like it's just always out of reach. But the real starting point, the first actual step to get out of this right, it comes from entrepreneur Alex Hormozi. And it's just 2 words. It's my fault. Now, hold on. This isn't about beating yourself up. Not at all. It's actually about taking your power back. And that idea right there brings us to the very base of our pyramid. I mean, if you want to build anything that's going to last, you have to pour a solid foundation first. And for us, that foundation is something called radical ownership. What's so cool about this slide is the contrast, right? Think about it. You can't build a business on a foundation of sand. Blame and excuses. It's always going to collapse. You need concrete. You need ownership and action. Now that is a foundation you can build an empire on. This whole idea is called radical accountability. It's this belief that you are 100% responsible for exactly where you are right now. And the reason this is so incredibly powerful is simple. If you're 100% responsible for the problem, that means you have 100% of the power to change. Okay, so our foundation is poured, it's solid. Now let's move up to the next layer of the pyramid and see how this all builds up. Every big project needs fuel, right? And for this one, we're going to use something that sounds a little weird. It's called productive pain. So here's the game plan. The whole point is to make where you are right now so uncomfortable that taking action is the only way out. First, you have to really feel the pain of where you are. Second, imagine the future if nothing changes. Really catastrophize it. Make that future pain feel real today. You'll finally act the moment the pain of changing becomes less than the pain of just staying stuck. Okay, but what happens when you're ready to use that pain, but the people in your life, what if they're making it just a little too comfortable for you to fail? This is a huge, huge roadblock, and it's exactly why you need to build a shield to protect your progress, which, of course, brings us to your armor. To protect that fire you've just lit inside you, you've got to build some armor. This next layer is all about creating what we call bulletproof focus. It's about shielding yourself from all the distractions and even the well-meaning people who are accidentally trying to pull you back down. And this quote just perfectly illustrates what real support actually looks like. A true friend, as Hormozi puts it, is someone who deliberately decreases the possibility of failure. Think about that. They don't just say nice things. They actively make it harder for you to fail. So you have to ask yourself this tough but really simple question. The people you spend the most time with, do they increase your odds of success? Or do they actually make failure an easier, more comfortable option? All right, so with a strong foundation, powerful fuel, and solid armor, we can finally build the peak of the pyramid. This is the part everyone sees. This is the prize. Undeniable proof. So many creators get obsessed with their message, right? The perfect hook, the perfect script. And look, that stuff is important, but it's only about 10% of the impact. The other 90%, that's your proof. It's not about what you say you can do. It's about what you have actually done. I mean, just look at Hormozi himself. His content didn't magically get better overnight. What changed was the context. After he sold his company for $46 million, that number became the proof. That was the context that made everybody finally stop what they were doing and listen. So the big takeaway here is this: solve for the proof, and the content will take care of itself. Stop trying to perfect the content about a result you haven't even achieved yet. Go get the result, because that is the best content you will ever create. So that's the whole pyramid, and it leaves you right here at a crossroads with a really clear understanding of the 2 paths that are right in front of you. There's that familiar road, the one of excuses and blame and just getting nowhere. It's like Trinity says in The Matrix, you've been down that road. You know exactly where it ends. And you know that path doesn't lead where you want to go. So the only question left is, what are you going to choose to build? Starting today, are you going to keep building on that foundation of sand, or are you going to pour the concrete and build something that actually lasts?